The aviation sector is expected to see increased traffic heading into the holiday season. Late last month, Transport Minister Sindisiwe Chikunga launched Transport Month with members of the sector. But Lift Airlines, which was formed in January of 2020, says there are still challenges plaguing this industry. My colleague Ahmed Kajee filed this report.
Global airport passenger numbers in 2022 reached 74% of pre-pandemic highs, with preliminary traffic figures from global airports showing air passenger numbers increasing to almost 7 billion last year, up 53.5% on 2021. These figures were announced earlier this year as the transport sector recovered from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, South Africa has experienced a slower recovery, as Lift Airlines CEO Jonathan Ayash explains.
The domestic aviation sector has lagged the global recovery, I think partly because of the challenges we face in South Africa, the high interest rates, the pressure from load shedding, and so we are seeing that is a bit slower. But again, towards the end of last year, we saw a really nice recovery into the summer period, and we're expecting the same as we go into the summer period for 2023.
Even with the challenges, South Africa has seen the re-emergence and expansion of South African Airways 2 years since its relaunch. There's also been expansion of local and regional routes from Fly Safair as well as Lift Airlines. But Ayash says a balance of supply is important in the context of Comair having been liquidated.
It's a very challenging industry, and if we recall, about just over a year ago, we saw one of the biggest airlines in the industry shut its doors, being Comair, who operated EA and Kulula. So it's a very challenging industry in terms of getting that supply and demand balance. You need enough seats so that there's availability for passengers, but if there's too much, then you see things like that happen. So I think we're still in the process of finding that balance in the industry. It doesn't help that demand is a little bit subdued because of the challenges we face here. But again, we're very optimistic.
Safety within the aviation sector is still paramount, with the South African Civil Aviation Authority saying the highest standards are still being applied.
If the airports company South Africa misbehaves, we withdraw their permit. If the Air Traffic and Navigation Services misbehaves, we take away their approval. If the airline is non-compliant, we ground. If the pilot is misbehaving, we withdraw the license.
More Transport Month activities are expected between now and the end of the month across the road, aviation and railway subsectors. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ahmed Kajee.